At this time, I'd like to throw it on back to Chad, and we can get this process going.
All right, we couldn't do that. Thank you. Let's give it up. Michael Rubenstein. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. Michael's the reason we're here tonight, and we appreciate it. The sponsors are also the reason we're here tonight, and we want to thank all of them. We'll start with AstroTurf, the official turf of Major League Baseball, is proud to sponsor the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft. The numbers are easy. 500-plus installs in Michigan for all sports, 90-plus NCAA Division I installs in baseball around the United States, including several in the collegiate and high school level right here in the state of Michigan, including Jimmy John Stadium, which are just wrapping up this spring. AstroTurf is the inventor, the innovator, and the imitated. So we thank AstroTurf, one of our fine sponsors. And we also want to thank our friends at Chandler Bat and Lucchini. The first two selections in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft are proudly presented by Chandler Bats and Lucchini. We'll get there momentarily. And with the first pick overall, Chandler Bat steps up to the plate, and the premium hand-split maple bat, trusted by elite hitters, including Aaron Judge, precision-built, pro-powered, game-ready. And the second overall pick is presented by Lucchini, and they're delivering elite batting gloves, built with grip, feel, confidence every time you step into the box. Two brands trusted at the highest level, and two picks that are ready for the spotlight. All right. It's time now to meet these coaches. Who is going to be drafting these talented young men? Who are their bench bosses? Who's going to get them through this season? It's a highly competitive, long season. Let's meet the guys who are going to do it. Shall we, Michael?
We shall.
All right, starting first, we'll start closest here. Give it up for Nick Deonio, head coach at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, owner, founder of HVAC. Joe Neal of 2SP. Give it up for Joe Neal. 2SP, a sponsor of this program as well. We thank them very much. The third guy in is Brandon Justice, who leads Wyandotte, the Bears head coach, and also part of Cold Weather Bats, of course, as well. Last and certainly not least, the man with all the rings in the house, Dan Samini of Warren De La Salle, formerly of Liggett. And there you have it, the four coaches that will be drafting here momentarily. And without further ado, let's get after it.
Yeah, so when we get into this, we got 15 rounds. We're going to start, and we're going to do a snake draft. We're going to go 1 through 4, back 4 to 1. Boys in the audience, real quickly, so you know how this is all going to work. You'll get your name called. Come right on up, right to the podium. Right from there, we have a very nice shirt. We'll get a nice little picture of you, and we're going to move right on over, and we'll see Charlotte right over here. You guys will head on over to Charlotte, have a great conversation, and that'll keep us all moving here.
All right. Let's get a little message. We've got a special message that comes from Charlottesville, Virginia, from a special former member of Cold Weather Bats. And is he ready yet to make his appearance? Possibly, maybe. I don't know. He's been shy all night, but we'll see if he's ready.
What's up, Cold Weather Bats?
He's ready. Here he is, Brian Sikowski.
Charlottesville, Virginia. Just wanted to give a shout out to Cold Weather Bats for bringing the draft back. I wanted to give an extra shout out to all the players there. What an awesome opportunity. What an awesome night. Guys, have the time of your life tonight. Enjoy it. Special shouts out to the Prep and Chad Bush, as always, for all that they do to support CWB and the high school baseball players of the state of Michigan. Wishing I was there spending it with y'all, but either way, have a great night. Congratulations. Keep working.
All right, that's Brian Sikowski. Apologies you couldn't hear it in-house. I know. I'm sorry. I promise it was played over the stream, and Brian had a very dear message for everybody out here. You'll have to watch the stream to hear it, right? So, sorry about that. We'll get to that. The rest of the program you will be able to hear, I promise. So let's get right at it. Let's get rolling. I'm excited. Who's up first? It's Dan Samini that is up first, and he is on the clock right now. They get a minute and a half to get the entire process of the player fulfilled. Again, we'll have an interview with Charlotte Turbrock live as soon as they're selected. And how much time are these coaches getting for a pick?
Well, they're getting 90 seconds, but
we're hoping they're using like 15.
We know with Dan Samini, he is a very detailed individual. We are writing it. We are making these coaches actually do some handwriting. Hopefully the handwriting is good enough.
He's ready. The pick's in, I think, right? Let's go to the stage. Nick Swanson, everybody. Give it up for Nick. He'll be making the picks. He'll be known as Make the Pick Nick.
All right, first overall pick in the cold weather bats players draft. Coach Dan Samini selects middle infielder Hudson Brustevich.
All right, Hudson Brustevich off the board immediately. Nobody here surprised. The Notre Dame commit. What a year last year. Almost 400 average, 12 home runs. This kid can do it all. Griff, your thoughts on the first pick, Hudson Brustevich?
I mean, Hudson Brustevich, St. Mary's to Notre Dame. I mean, what more do you know? We need to know about that, right? Notre Dame said yes. Notre Dame doesn't say yes to too many players. And the two-way upside here, and the kid's going to be a great fit for the program. We're excited to see him.
All right, Hudson Brustevich off the board immediately. And Charlotte Turbrock, we've got some highlights as well. Get to those shortly, but here they are. It's from last year. And let's go over to Charlotte. All right, thank you very much. Let's hear it one more time for Hudson Brustevich. Drafting second is Brandon Justice, and the pick is in. Nick, what do you have?
With the second pick in the cold weather bats players draft, Brandon Justice selects two-way Ethan Armstrong from
Another guy you can't go wrong with. This is a real live arm out of Garden City. And he's been blowing folks away with his smoke for 4 years now. And so this is a big-time draft pick. Your thoughts, Griff, on the arm going right away?
I mean, he's in my opinion, it's clearly the best arm in the state. I know we have a lot of good talent here, but I think Ethan's kind of solidified himself as the top guy, and we're super excited to see him, over his senior year, and Michigan is excited to have him.
Ethan was number one on the big board that you put out. What's his one characteristic that kind of put him above everybody else?
I think it's just consistency. He's been consistent for the first 3 years of his high school career, and now going into his senior year, he's playing with nothing to lose. So I think definitely consistency is one thing that I will say.
Also hit 476 with 6 dingers. He's live now with Charlotte Turbrock. Charlotte.
Thanks, Chad. Ethan, what do you think is the strongest part of your game?
Probably my mental side of the game, because it's a hard sport, and just being away from how hard it is makes me feel fine.
What do you want your new teammates to know about you as a player?
I communicate a lot. I don't know. I communicate a lot.
All right, thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Chad.
All right. One more time. Give it up. Ethan Armstrong, the number 2 overall, the commit to the University of Michigan. Third pick is ready. And we've got the pick from Joe Neal of 2SP.
With the third pick in the cold weather bats player draft, Joe Neal selects catcher Robert Cockey from Brother Rice.
Roder Kaki, a big-time player, a guy that's committed to Vanderbilt, and he's led Brother Rice since he was a freshman. And boy, it's one of those guys, Griffith, He's been there, and he made a quick implant as soon as he got to Brother Rice.
Absolutely. It's been great to see him over the last couple of years. And seeing Broder commit to Vanderbilt, I mean, that's all you have to say, right? When you say those three words, Broder, Kaki, Vanderbilt, that's all you need to hear. You can tell there's a gold standard when it comes to Brother Rice baseball and obviously Vanderbilt baseball. It's an outstanding selection, in my opinion.
Yep, no doubt. And he's live with Charlotte Turbrock. Charlotte, take it away.
Brader, what is one thing that you have improved on that has made you a better player over the years?
I think the biggest thing is probably my recovery, just taking outside of baseball with my sleep, my nutrition, just recover my body.
And what kind of leader would you say that you are and that you bring to a team?
Pretty vocal. I mean, I'm not afraid to get in someone's ass and let them know when they got to step it up. So that's that part.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right. No beeps either. We're on YouTube. It's all good. Hey-o. Hey-o. Hey, I don't care. It's all good. Nick Swanson cares. He's at the podium. He's got another pick. And this time it's coming from Nick Deonio.
With the 4th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects 2A Luke Crichton from Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
All right. He went after his own guy. No surprise there. Deonio said he would have a St. Mary's flavor, and Luke Crichton, a guy that we've got some highlights of. Luke is not here, but we've got highlights, and we'll also talk about Luke Crichton. I want your thoughts, Griff.
I mean, it's another, he's just following his footsteps of his older brother, Jack, right? Jack obviously at Clemson, but if you watch Luke play, you can see there's definitely some similarities. Do I think Luke has a little bit more upside on the mound than I think Jack does? I think so. But at the end of the day, still great two-way potential. We're excited to see him this spring.
Michael, your thoughts on Crichton?
You guys are seeing the highlights right now. This is a guy that is a pro prospect when he is going to be done when he gets to Indiana. I will just say that right now, and no one will be surprised when that comes true.
That's a bold statement.
It is. It very much is.
Two-way guy,
First one of the
committed
night.
to Indiana. Not here. So we're going to move on to the next.
And we're right back to Nick Deonio once again.
Right back. That's the snake? Okay,
That's
now
the
I
snake.
get it. All right, all right. I never heard of the snake, but now
Will
I
the
get
St.
snake.
Mary's run continue?
Probably, if I had to put money on it.
We'll find out. There's no gambling. It's illegal at Bushwood. Okay.
There is NIL now.
But it is not,
There is NIL?
yeah, there is NIL. And there's HVAC rules tonight. We don't have all of them. All right, the pick is in, and Nick Swanson wanting to confirm with Joe Neal that the penmanship is proper, perhaps. I don't know. Nick Swanson, take it away, sir.
All right, with the 5th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Nick Deonio selects middle infielder Drake Roa from Notre Dame Prep.
All right. Roa, another guy who's part of the WOW organization. Deonio said he would be committed to St. Mary's and WOW in his picks. He's held true to that. We'll start with you, Griff. Your thoughts on the Roa pick?
I mean, you look at Drake, he's an all-around athlete, right? Obviously, he's a middle infielder, but I think the kid can play all over the field, go into the next level. Look at that. Look at the dap up with the coach and the player. You got to love that. But I think overall, he's a great athlete. We're excited to see him, and can't wait to hear the rest of the picks.
Originally committed to Central Michigan.
That is true.
He upgraded.
He did.
And he went to Michigan. And he's live with Charlotte Turbrock now. Charlotte, go ahead.
Drake, congratulations. What would you say is the strongest part of your game?
Yeah, definitely my athleticism. That stands out the most. And also my instincts, my baseball instincts. And I do the little things right.
What are some of the goals that you have set for yourself for this upcoming season?
Just for the team, I've still yet to get a trophy. So, we're hoping to have a big year. We have a lot of key guys returning. So we hope to have a big year.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, there he is. University of Michigan's Drake Roa out of Notre Dame Prep. Pick number 6 is in. Nick Swanson has it, and it's from Joe Neal.
All right, with the 6th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects outfielder Andrew Tribal from Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
All right, Joe Neal says, you're not getting all the eaglets in the house. I'm going to get one. This is a good one, too. Drew Tribal, a left-handed stick. And I want your thoughts, Michael, on Tribal, a dangerous bat for the eaglets from that left side.
real dangerous bat, really good stick from the left side that you see here now with the highlights. Good power to all fields, and really Griff, a guy that is going to make some noise at Michigan State.
Especially with the short porch. Well,
Oh, yeah.
If we even go back to high school ball, the short porch in right field, the kid might hit 10 home runs this year. Wouldn't shock me.
No.
A lot of speed and athleticism to go with it, and he is with Charlotte Turbach. Charlotte, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. First off, go green.
Go white.
Oh,
And
boy.
what would you say is the most confident part of your game, about your game?
I'd probably say my hitting ability. You know, I have confidence against no matter who's pitching in the box, especially in the Catholic League. We face great pitching. And I think just competing there in that league is what pushes my confidence up.
And what kind of player are you off the field as well as on the phone?
I'd say on the field first, I am a guy who puts his teammates first, you know, pushes guys to be better every day. And off the field, baseball-wise, I'd say it's dragging guys to the cages when they don't want to go, you know, making my team better every day, and just trying to be a better man through Christ.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Drew Tribal, Michigan State, commit, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, infield, outfield, does a lot of it all. We've got our 7th pick overall. Brandon Justice has his pick in to Nick Swanson. What do we have, sir?
With the 7th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects middle infielder Dylan Fairchild from Detroit Catholic Central.
Fairchild's a good one. Hot corner, Catholic Central kid, 340 last year, and he's got a lot of tools, and he elevated up the charts quickly, Griff.
Yeah, I mean, he comes from that Catholic Central factory, right? Catholic Central, Brother Rice, you know, the Catholic League schools have, over the years, have just produced tons of talent, right? But the great thing about Dill is that sticks out to me is his plate approach, right? And it's generally advanced for his age, right? He works counts, recognizes spin, does not expand the zone that much, and defensively, it's just an added bonus to his game. So we're super excited to see him this year.
Michael?
You know, talking with Brandon, had a little bit of his insight to his draft strategy. We'll get into this with him later on, but this is a pick that I've been waiting for to see if it would fall to him, and happy. I know he's happy that he has him now, and we'll turn it over to Charlotte.
Thanks, guys. What does this moment say about you and your career as a baseball player?
This is really an exciting moment. Just an exciting moment.
What has been the biggest thing that has contributed to your game as a baseball player?
I think my athleticism, being able to do a lot, hitting and fielding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Dylan Fairchild. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Dylan, the future Bearcat of Cincinnati. Time now for our 8th pick, and it's Dan Samini's turn. What do you have, Swanee?
With the 8th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects left-hand pitcher Cole Duhane from Brother Rice.
All right. That's the Virginia commit, and this is a electric left-handed arm that can do just so much. Michael, lead us off with Cole Duhane.
Yeah, he's done a lot of hard work this offseason from hearing from those that have been around him, a guy that is working a lot on his sinker that he's been trying to perfect here, Griff. I know you know a bit more about this than I do.
Do I? I'm a catcher.
Well, that's you catch pitchers.
Just giving you a hard
You're the smart guys. You're supposed to know.
Well, bald guy, too. But no, I think you look at Cole here, it's a great arm from the left side. Another one of those guys who's going to throw a lot of strikes, especially in the Catholic League when they have the 1-1 count. So we're looking forward to him dominating this spring.
That 1-1 count. Charlotte Turbach knows about the Catholic League and 1-1 counts. She went to Shrine High School. Charlotte, take it away.
Cole, congrats. What's one area that you've really worked on to improve in your game?
I would say probably like physical appearance, just gaining weight and getting stronger this offseason.
And what separates you from everybody else in this draft?
I like to focus on my command, just throw a lot of strikes.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thank you, Cole. Want to pause for a second to thank our sponsors, Baseline Pro. The Cold Weather Bats Draft is proudly supported by Baseline Pro, the all-in-one sports management platform built for modern programs From registration to scheduling to communication and player management, Baseline Pro keeps everything organized so coaches can focus on developing athletes. Clean interface, powerful tools, built for teams that want to operate like pros. Whether you're running a youth program or a full organization, Baseline Pro simplifies the back end so you can win on the front end. If you're serious about building something sustainable and professional, build it on Baseline Pro. Now then, let's go to the podium. Swanee's got another pick. And is this from Dan Samini as well? All right, I'm getting the hang of this snake draft thing. Okay.
With the 9th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Dan Samini selects middle infielder Carson Lydell from
Lidl is the pick out of Monroe. He's committed to Auburn. They don't come up from Auburn to get kids in Michigan often, and they do for kids like Lidl. Tell us a little bit more about Mr. Carson Lidl. Let's start with you, Griff.
I mean, the fact that he's committed to Auburn, right, it just shows how talented Carson is, because you see the overall physical development that he's been making over the last couple of years, the strength and size and the things like that, but also the velocity on the mound that everyone talks about, right?
Michael?
Yeah, I mean, he's coming off of an injury. I know he's worked very hard on that from hearing those from around him and those down that area, and we are really excited to see what he can do this year before he heads down south.
Charlotte.
Thanks, Chad. What is one thing that you are most proud of in your game?
Probably just my work ethic. Recovering from TJ isn't exactly the easiest thing, and staying confident and pushing through is what really matters.
And what do you think people underestimate about you?
Probably my hitting. I don't know. I'm always looked at as a pitcher, so the ability to hit and pitch and play anywhere in the field really matters too.
Thank you.
Yep.
Chad.
All right, very good. How about it? One more time for the man from Monroe. All right, next pick is in, and I think this is Brandon Justice? Yeah, it is. Nick, who does he get?
With the 10th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Brandon Justice selects outfielder Flip Waters from Rochester Adams.
Wow.
Some might say a steal at number 10. Flip on his way up, and this guy can do quite a bit of things, and he's a young cat as well. We'll start with you, Michael.
Yeah, coming up in the Rochester Adams area, he is one that is made a big impact his first year. Obviously has his older brother that is down at Notre Dame right now, but we're here to talk about Flip. This guy goes left field, right field, everywhere in between. Fantastic stick. Goes and plays with a national team this summer, so that tells you right off the bat the talent. But this is a player that the state of Michigan is going to have to deal with for 3 more years, Griff.
Yeah, athleticism's real, the bat's real, and we're talking about a player who's going to get significantly better every single year for the next 3 years.
Batted .469 as just a freshman last year. Charlotte's got more on the sophomore out of Rochester Adams.
Flip, congrats. What do you bring to a team that doesn't always show up in the stats?
I'd say my bat. I don't know, I'm known for my hitting. Kind of simple as that.
And where do you see yourself growing the most in the past year?
I'd say my mental game. Like, if I get out, I gotta, leave it behind, move on to the next at bat. That's kind of it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad.
All right. Thank you very much. Next pick belongs to Joe Neal, and Joe has already got his selection in. Swanee.
With the 11th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Joe Neal selects pitcher Zach Essig from Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
And there goes another eaglet, and it's Essig. And in a similar theme as Waters, a guy that has seen his brothers go before him. Fire up chips. Essig is the pick. And Griff, let's get your thoughts on this young man.
Well, first we got to talk about the kids wearing jorts, for crying out loud. What a statement that is. But no, if you look at
the first statement of the night.
Those are sweet.
Absolutely.
I didn't notice those. Okay.
Love it.
He's got a little fashion as well. Okay, carry on, sir.
But no, if you look at Zach, physical southpaw, 3-pitch mix, it's going to be a great fit, at Central. and we're excited to see him in the spring.
Mount Pleasant can't have those shorts soon enough. And that left-handed arm. All right, Charlotte, let's hear from the man.
Zach, congrats. What drives you to be better every single year?
Oh, I think my mentality, I've gotten a lot better at that. Just keep working hard and strive for a great year.
And what is your favorite part about playing the game?
You know, just being with the guys. It's my last year as a senior, so I just enjoy it as much and come with a ring.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Nick, we're ready for pick number 12. Who do we got, sir?
With the 12th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects corner infielder Henry Yules from Notre Dame Prep.
Let's stay with the E's, shall we? Yes. Henry Yules out of Notre Dame Prep, Miami of Ohio. Of course, all the rage right now with college basketball, but they're really good in baseball as well, and they got a dandy in this one. And Yules, we saw him in football this past fall on the Prep as well. Your thoughts on Henry Yules? We'll start with you, Michael.
Oh boy, put me on the spot here. Committed to Central Michigan, a guy that likes to get out and golf away from the baseball field, which is always good for development purposes here. 3 other older brothers all played, and I'm talking about the wrong one here. I'm just going to go right to you now. This is fun.
That's all right.
This
That's the other E.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on.
E.
Don't worry about this. We'll leave it
There's a lot
there.
going on.
No, but if you look at Henry, he's another big physical bat from the quarter side of the infields, and I think we're excited to see him.
All right, Charlotte's excited to talk to him. What do you have, Charlotte?
Henry, if somebody watches you for the first time, what will stand out about your game?
I think just my physicality overall.
And then what is one thing that you pride yourself on in your game?
The hard work I put in, even before I get on the field, just makes me feel like I'm the best. Yeah.
Thank you. Congrats. Back to you, Chad.
All right. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout on the program. We'll come right back with a special guest. You're watching the Preps coverage of the Cold Weather Bats Draft here from HVAC in Milford. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for coming tonight on this Saturday, live on the Prep and on Cold Weather Bats. Back with more right after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Hi, I'm Nick Deonio, and this is HVAC.
Welcome back to HVAC, Cold Weather Bats Draft 2026. Second time we've done this, but we've never done it quite like this. And we thank Michael Rubenstein, and we also thank the man to his left, Mark Staten, who is here from AstroTurf, the Director of Sales. Mark, thanks for coming in, hanging out, and being a part of this event and being a great sponsor.
Thanks for having us. It is absolutely fantastic what you're doing for these young people.
Yeah, well, you lay the foundation for not only this program, but for a lot of these young men to play on.
Quite literally.
Tell us about AstroTurf and what's new, what's popping, and what's exciting, and why folks should go out there and get this kind of turf if they haven't already.
Chad, we just entered a partnership with Major League Baseball. which was a historic thing for AstroTurf and for Major League Baseball. I think that the biggest thing is we live up here, and we all came in today and saw what was flying around out there. The great thing about having a system of synthetic turf out there is understand that we're chasing grass. We're trying to take the clay and make it play as much like clay. So instead of having to take those pop-ups like I did as a senior in Dowagiac, Michigan, out there in the parking lot, and then doing it in the gymnasium, you can actually get out there on a warm day in March and take them right off the surface.
And so tell us just a little bit more about cold weather bats and why you wanted to be a part of this great event.
Well, I think, you look around and you see all these young people. I was sitting in the back just kind of listening to your sons talk and ham it up and have a good time with each other. And it's so important because, as we all know, as we get up in age, you don't have these opportunities as much. And what you're providing for them on this Saturday night is a historic and wonderful thing, and something I hope they all take with them and remember it forever.
Any messages to these young men that are out there and their families?
Yeah, two things. One, for the young men out there, thank who got you here. There was a day where you might not have wanted to get out there and do what you're so talented as doing. Maybe it was as a 8, 9, 10-year-old. Maybe it was, 2 months ago. And somebody was there pushing you through and continuing to believe in you. And then pay it forward. You're going to have a lot of success out there. I was looking at all the wonderful places that you're going to, that you're going to be able to continue this great game. I look at all the great places you're at right now, but pay it forward. Make sure you thank those who have gotten you there, and also take care of the ones that are coming behind you, because those people you leave behind are the ones that are going to secure your legacy.
Well said. Give it up. Mark Staten of AstroTurf, Director of Sales, and one of our sponsors. We'll keep you here for a moment.
Sounds good.
We're going to carry on with the program. We're going to jump right back into this draft. And I know Swanee's ready to make another pick. Thanks again, Mark. Don't go anywhere just yet. Nick Swanson back to the podium, and he's ready for our 12th pick, I believe.
13th, actually.
13th. My bad. Okay, I'm always a step behind.
With the 13th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects catcher Bennett Thompson from Catholic Central.
All right, Bennett Thompson from just down the road saw his teammate drafted just a short while ago. Michael, tell us a little bit about Bennett Thompson, the Shamrock.
Players that we have coming today from that organization, that school in Catholic Central, they are really getting to building something there. A player that has 4 relatives in his family have gotten drafted in baseball. So he's got something here that he's gotten a little bit. He got drafted here tonight. We'll see if there's another draft in his future. Griff, anything else you want to throw in there?
No, I think you covered it all, my friend.
All right.
Charlotte, take it away.
Bennett, congrats. What is your biggest strength on the field?
I would say my leadership and my mental game.
And what part of your game has taken a little bit longer to develop, but it's getting there?
I would say going from being a shortstop and a catcher, I had to take a lot of time between both. So splitting the time.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Dylan Lupke, the lefty headed to Western Michigan out of Warren de La Salle. And we're ready for our next pick. Nick Swanson has it.
With the 14th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects Dylan Lupke from De La Salle.
Did I announce that pick?
You did.
I am so sorry. My bad. E1. That was really bad of me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
All right, this was with Joe Neal's team, correct? Okay, wow.
The double loop. All right, thoughts on Dylan?
He stole one from Samini.
He did, and as
That's
we all know,
that's my initial reaction.
Yeah, that's when I heard the name, I'm like, oh, this has to be from a Samini. That's why I had a double check here. I mean, when you take a player from that program, you know they're going to put up production here, and that's all they do at that school. And we saw that last year with that program, and Dylan here going off to Western Michigan.
8 wins last year. Charlotte standing by with him.
Thanks, Chad. Dylan, congrats. What fuels your confidence as a player?
I would say my work ethic is the most thing.
And how do you take the approach in every game, stepping into that competition mode?
Well, I feel like it's easy. My teammates bringing me up and always giving confidence for my coach. So, I mean, it's easy from there.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad.
All right, let's give it up for the future Bronco, and let's go to the podium for the next pick.
With the 15th pick in the Cold-Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects catcher Cam Thorning from Woodhaven.
Cam, the catcher, headed to Wright State, and this is an outstanding pick, and you got to build around a catcher, as you know.
Absolutely. It's the number one position on the field, if you ask me. But no, if you look at Cam, he looks like your typical Wright State product, athletic, receives well behind the plate, sticks it from the left side, and he's super, he handles a game. He can call pitches. Coaches are comfortable with that. It's all the things you want to see from behind the plate.
You mentioned the athleticism as we're watching a replay of him catching a pop fly and skidding and flying to the ball. Michael, what else stands out?
I mean, the bat. The bat stands out to me. It stands out to a lot of people I've talked to on him, and it is really, I think, his big calling card. Not only that, we do have an avid ping pong player. He is someone that's going to be doing that quite a bit down at Wright State, probably in that locker room, and really just a good pickup there by Wright State and a big bat for Woodhaven this year.
All right, Charlotte's got his thoughts as well.
Cam, what do you like most about your position?
I think I'd be more involved in every single pitch. I like being vocal, so when I take control of the game, it's what I'm doing best.
And how do you stay focused in big moments?
I try to stay calm as best as possible. My coaches really helped me out with that, sending us through preparation, just going through certain positions every game to help us out.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad.
All right, let's give it up for the future Raider. Pick number 15 is in. You believe we're already at 15?
16.
16? Just testing you. Go ahead.
With the 16th pick in the Cold-Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects pitcher Andrew Mahoney from Catholic Central.
Another Shamrock, and this is a good one as well. The lefty, the pitcher. Your thoughts, Griff?
I feel like all these guys play in the Catholic League.
We're having a run, that's for sure.
We're having definitely a run at the top. But if you look at Andrew, big 6'2", 210 frame, right? Throws tons of strikes, really polishes, or really has his mechanics. Oh my God, I can't speak. His mechanics are polished. We're excited to see what he's going to be doing this spring for the Shamrocks.
I just want to focus on here that he, as an 8-year-old, was a right-handed thrower.
What?
Yeah. That's something, right? You're going through 8U ball and you're like, you know what? Maybe, Dad, I need to switch hands. That's definitely something there. But was a right-handed thrower at 8U. Kind of figured it out. We think he figured it out with the left-handed arm. Now going off to be the arm there for CC this season and eventually down at Cincinnati.
All right, let's hear from him. Charlotte.
Congrats. What is something that you take pride in that people might not notice?
Definitely locating every pitch, being able to throw any pitch at any count.
And how would your coaches describe you as a player?
Really a guy that can take over a game.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad?
All right, let's give it up. Headed down to Cincinnati with his teammate, Dylan Fairchild. All right, let's get to the pick, and we're ready. It's in. Who's next?
With the 17th pick in the Cold-Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects outfielder Maxim Nishoff from Brother Rice.
Just another young one, just a sophomore, came on the scene last year. 417 hitter as a ninth grader, no big deal. This guy is a guy that makes Bob Riker smile when he gets up in the morning.
He's one of those few guys, you see in high school baseball now who can swing it at an advanced level from both sides of the plate, right? I think that's definitely a skill that's going to be really attractive, come August 1st when recruiting opens up for this guy. But definitely one of those kids who has all the tools, especially from obviously the hit tool, but the outfield tool as well.
Did not see him pitch as much last year, but might see more of that this year. He is a two-way guy. Folks forget about that. Charlotte standing by with him now.
Congrats. What pushes you most to be better as a player?
Just helping my team out, making sure all my guys are good and just winning games.
And what is your mindset heading into this season?
Just get on base and hopefully get a ring by the end of the year.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
And that continues our run with the Catholic League.
Yeah. Will there be another one? Nick Swanson will tell us now.
With the 18th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects right-handed pitcher Cash Muzzy from Huron.
Cash Muzzy. Don't call him Muzzolowski. Oops, I just did. He goes by Muzzy. New Boston Huron. He's headed to Toledo. Doesn't have to go far to head to the Rockets. Tell us about Muzzy. Griff.
So, big physical arm, just like his older brother, right? And I think one of the things that really stands out about Cash is the competitive makeup. Kid wants to win. Kid really puts his heart on his sleeve whenever he goes out and pitches, and we're excited to see that going forward.
All right. And what else, Michael, stands out to you?
I mean, just the stats. 42 innings, 7 wins, 1 loss, 60 strikeouts, 1.5 ERA. Not only that, an avid pickleball player. I feel like we're going to see a lot of that as we continue. And he is now standing by with Charlotte.
All right.
Cash, how would you describe your game in 3 words?
Hard. I don't really know, actually. That's a tough question. Competitive, outgoing, and crafty.
One of those words that you said was competitive. How do you see yourself as a competitor?
Being able to go out there, being confident, knowing that I'm the best on the mound because you have that mindset.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
All right. Great job, young man. Cash. Love it. All right. Next pick is up. Nick Swanson. No time to waste, sir.
With the 19th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects outfielder and middle infielder Matt Tepner from Rochester Adams.
All right, Matt Tepner from Adams. Another highly touted team coming into this year. Tepner does a lot of things. He's headed to Michigan State. Griff, tell us why.
Elite outfield instincts. I think he's an absolute game changer in the outfield. I think just with his pure athleticism. But he's definitely a guy who can make every single play and then finds the ways to make the plays he's not supposed to make. Right, but I think his instincts in center field are the kind that you cannot develop through coaching alone. You're gonna have to be born with them.
Made a great diving play in this game we're watching here against St. Mary's out of right field. Michael, your thoughts?
Well, we just saw it right there. The guy is a gamer. He's going to put the ball in play. He's going to get hits. He's going to rack up the points here for his team because let's keep in mind, guys, we are keeping these stats, and this is a guy that we are at, pick 19?
Sure.
That could be one that is going to help your team be up at the top at the end of the season.
All right, Charlotte, let's hear from Matt.
Matt, how would you sum up your journey as a baseball player?
I'd say just over the years getting better, finding ways to make my game better in the little spots, and helping my team out.
And how has that journey kept you motivated along the way?
Just keeping my mentality strong, staying positive. I'm not the biggest, not the strongest, but I find ways to improve my game and be the best.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
All right. Congratulations to the senior Matt Tepner, committed to Michigan State out of Rochester Adams. Pick 20 is in.
With the 20th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects pitcher Jaden Yancey from Flat Rock.
And we're keeping with the wow theme here.
That's it. Jaden Yancey of Flat Rock, uncommitted. And this is a guy that can really fire it.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go in the Central.
Oh, he is. I'm sorry. Okay. It was uncommitted on here. He's
Isn't-
Fire Up Chips.
He is Fire Up Chips.
Fire Up Chips.
But no, if you look at Jaden, another 6'2" athlete who's going to absolutely shove on the mound, I think he's going to be a great. He's going to show great command, great leadership, and he's going to be a great addition to that program next year.
Yeah, a player that has been in travel ball since the age of 7, a big pickup not only for CMU, but he's really going to have a big senior season here from all of his training this offseason. We know he's been working hard with Max Bain up to 1992, and he is going to be having a big season and a big asset here to the Deponio squad.
Yeah, also a wow guy that Deponio grabs. No surprise. Let's go to Charlotte, who's standing by with
Jaden, congrats. What do you think makes you a tough player to play against?
Just being able to compete against people and being able to put the ball in the zone.
And what is your mindset when the game is on the line?
Get that first strike and let them try to hit it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
the future Chippewa, Jaden Yancey. Time now for pick number 21. Nick Swanson's been a busy guy, burning a lot of
Getting those steps in.
Getting those steps in. Give that man a water or something cold. Swanee, what do you have?
With the 21st pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects pitcher Cam Palo from Forest Hills Eastern.
Cam Palo, a guy Nick Deonio is very familiar with. He faced him in the semifinals last year, and this is a guy that is not here, but not forgotten. And this kid's legit. He's headed to Michigan State out of Forest Hills Eastern. Griff.
They won the state championship last year, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so Cam was a key player on that team, as well as I think Bennett Thompson, from last year, who's at Cal State Bakersfield now. But when you talk about a kid like Cam, A+ makeup, A+ stuff, I think he's got that advanced command profile, projectable frame, and the Big Ten's better watch out in the Big Ten next couple of years.
Really a fantastic kid as well. We've had him on the show back last year. We will have him on again. He's a fantastic young man and really someone that is going to be a fantastic addition to the Deponio squad. Once again, a really great arm out there for Forest Hills Eastern. Made a big impact every single time he was on the mound last year, and he will do the exact same thing this year.
Yeah, outstanding pitcher, unable to be with us tonight, but the pick is noted and appreciated. Let's go to the next one. Nick Swanson has it.
With the 22nd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects middle infielder Tristan Turner from Brother Rice.
Tristan Turner, a guy we've been hearing about for some time, and another guy that has a brother that we've heard about for a long time, doing great things. Tristan is not here. He's committed to Western Michigan, of course, to Brother Rice. 4.10 average last year, and he is recovering from an ACL. But this is a talented guy at Brother Rice that continues to be a theme for what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just kind of building off the whole ACL thing, I think he's one of those athletes who's not going to miss a step when he comes back. And I think overall with the athleticism, the defensive skills, and especially the bat, he's going to be a great fit for the Coach Gurnan out at Western Michigan, and we're excited to see what he does.
All right, his brother playing in the Ivy League at Yale as well, talented family. Let's go to the next pick, pick number 22. And Nick Swanson, come on, Swanee, you got high knees, baby.
Step.
Pick 22.
With the 23rd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects middle infielder Noah Banis from Huron.
Noah Banis from New Boston, Huron, headed to Saginaw Valley, and this kid's special. Middle infielder, outfielder, Griff, where do you see him playing at the next level?
I think he's going to be that true utility guy. I honestly think so. I think you're starting to see that become a lot more popular, especially in the college game. You're seeing a lot of guys, come in as athletes and then they start to figure out positions going forward. And I think the same thing's going to be for Noah. And we're excited to see how he develops. He's a reliable defender and he's a process player as well. And his baseball IQ is legit.
Michael, he's a guy that's also had to work his way up, was unranked, and now he's kind of worked his way up the ladder a little bit. maybe a guy that kind of an undercard.
It is a very fantastic story here even tonight, right? We're here to honor all these young men, but this is for anyone out there watching that's younger brothers, younger siblings, whatever it might be. If you are watching, always keep working, and Noah here is a fantastic example of that. Went from being unranked to top 50, now going to Saginaw Valley as a former Northwood alum. I'm not going to touch that, but he will be a big-time addition there at SVSU, and really, again, just a testament to a lot of hard work.
All right, Charlotte.
Noah, congrats. What does hard work look like for you?
Just trying to get better every day and doing what you think is going to help you the most.
And what are some of the challenges along your journey that have shaped you as a player?
Finding days to recover, because that's very important. And then also just coming back the next day, always giving 100%.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chab.
All right, we're going to pause to pay some bills and thank our sponsors. Perfect Game. Join the action with Perfect Game Michigan, where players of every age and skill compete in top-tier local tournaments that showcase the best baseball talent in our state, from high-energy weekend events to championship atmospheres that feel bigger than the moment. Perfect Game Michigan gives athletes the platform to test themselves against elite competition. Whether you're grinding toward college exposure, chasing development, or just getting ready to start in the game, this is where preparation meets opportunity. Perfect Game Michigan, real competition, real community, real baseball. Welcome back to the Cold Weather Bats' second ever draft, and the picks roll on with Nick Swanson.
With the 24th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects pitcher Zach Wagner from De La Salle.
Zach Wagner, multiple sport guy, saw him in football as well, and this is a guy that can do some damage not only on the gridiron, but also in baseball on the mound and whacking that baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Samini had to get a De La Salle guy. I think that was a criteria coming in here. But I think you look at Zach; he's 6'4", 240. I'm looking at him right now. He's built like a brick. I can't say it, but he's a physical dude. But I think at the end of the day, the raw athleticism excites you. But I think for baseball, in the baseball world, I think you're just looking at an athlete who could do a lot of good things on the field, and I know Dan's going to be excited for him in the spring.
Headed there for football, and he's standing by with Charlotte Turbrock.
Zach, what is something that you have learned about yourself throughout sports?
I've just learned really the importance of hard work and getting better and bettering your teammates as well.
And what separates your mindset from others?
Separates my mindset is that I'm consistent and that I come back no matter the setbacks or outcomes.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Fire up chips. Let's go to the podium. Nick Swanson has our 25th overall pick.
With the 25th overall pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects catcher Logan Sheet from West Bloomfield.
All right. Logan Sheet, and let's talk about him and what he's done in this great pick by the junior out of West Bloomfield, committed to the University of Michigan.
I mean, if you look at Logan, he's an athlete behind the plate, right? And I think what really kind of elevated his game to the next level is the evolution of his offensive approach. I think he really started to dominate, the small tournaments in Michigan, and then obviously playing in the tournaments over the summer along the Midwest. And I think just a combination of those couple of things, as well as just the pure athleticism behind the plate, like I mentioned. I think you put all those things into one basket, and Michigan's looking at a hell of a player coming in a couple of years.
Multi-sport guy, just got done playing hockey as well. Charlotte's here to talk more about him.
Logan, what role do you naturally step into on a team?
You just got to be a leader behind the plate. You got to take control of the game, make sure your pitcher's staying calm.
And what have you learned about yourself throughout this baseball journey?
I learned I like to have fun playing the game. So, you can't get too tight. Got to stay loose. Got to keep having fun.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Chad, back to you.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Logan. Let's go to our next pick.
With the 26th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects pitcher Sebastian Shorter from Birmingham Groves.
All right, this is a good arm out of Groves. We saw him last year on the prep do some good things against West Bloomfield. And he's headed to the University of Dayton. Let's start with you, Griff.
I think Sebastian's one of my favorite players in here. I think overall, just from a pure athleticism standpoint, he checks all the boxes, right? And then you talk about the makeup behind the scenes and the character in the weight room and stuff like that. He does all the little things the right way. And you can see, just from the highlights we're showing, he's an athlete. He's an overall athlete that's going to continue to develop, continue to do the right things, and we're excited to see him moving forward.
All right, the future Flyer is with Charlotte Turprock.
Sebastian, what is one goal that you're chasing this season?
Breaking records at Groves.
And what is your favorite part about competing on the baseball field?
Winning and showing, just dominating people.
All right, congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, give it up for the Groves Falcon, Sebastian Shorter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We're at HVAC in Milford, the home of the 2026 Cold Weather Bats Draft. Thanks for hanging out. More to come on the other side of this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Hi, I'm Nick Deonio, and this is HVAC.
Welcome back to the Cold Weather Bats Draft 2026. 60 of the finest baseball players in the state of Michigan are amongst us tonight. And we're glad you're with us as well. We've got a great crowd in-house. We've got a great crowd online as well. Both YouTube channels are kicking, Cold Weather Bats and the Prep. And time now to talk to one of our coaches.
Hi.
And not just one of our coaches, one of the Cold Weather Bats founders as well. Brandon Justice joins us. And, hey, listen, I want your thoughts on this team so far for which you've drafted. Is everything for which you came here to draft, is it came out exactly how you expected and wanted, or if things kind of had to adjust it on the fly here?
Look, I'm trying to be humble when I say this. I'm feeling overwhelmed with success so far. I've got a backstop, Cam Thorning. I've got an absolutely menacing rotation of Ethan Armstrong, Cash Muzzy, and Sebastian Shorter. Good luck. My middle infield, Dylan Fairchild, Noah Banis. 15-plus balls going over the fence there. And then I've got what I believe to be the best underclassman in the state in Flip Waters. So, I just couldn't be happier right now. Life's great in this world.
A little downriver flavor to your team. No surprise
only
there.
begun, too, in that regard. It's only begun.
Representing it. I love it. Tell us about everything of this draft that you're proud of, excited. I know you guys have spent a ton of time, and it's been tireless work with all the great data and things that you come out with. Tell us about this draft and how it all came about.
Yeah, no, the first thing I'll start with is the reason we started Cold Weather Bats 6 years ago is because the players in the state are just really good at this game, and it wasn't noticed enough on a national scale, and it didn't get the credit it deserved. I think everybody loves football and hockey in Michigan, and Michigan baseball, I think, is maybe not equally as good as hockey, but it's certainly, in my opinion, better than football in terms of just the high-level talent. And it deserved a spotlight, and we decided we were going to be the ones to give it that, and I think we've done that so far. And then as time went on, you know, Brian Sikowski was my co-host, and I knew he was this ultra-successful ball of knowledge, and that's why he's the recruiting coordinator at Virginia now and at Duke before that, and the proof is in the pudding there. And then I was able to meet, you know, Michael and Nick and all these guys who were able to come in and kind of fill the gaps that I couldn't do on my own, and I just couldn't be more proud of the well-rounded product that we put out, and just super excited for the future as we continue to make it what we've always wanted it to be, and now we kind of have the village to make it that. But again, it starts and ends with the players, the teams, and the coaches that make this state what it is, and without them, we couldn't do any of this. So,
when you look at Michigan and you look at this state and you look at the talent coming out of it, I mean, it's certainly changed from my era of high school baseball. I know it has from yours. Have we reached the ceiling in this state for how Michigan's going to represent the rest of the United States and be known, or is it continuing to rise, and how high has it risen?
I mean, from a bigger picture, I don't think we've reached the pinnacle of anything in this world, just with technology and how quickly it's advancing. But I think guys like 2SP with Joe Neal and all of these guys around the state that have these developmental programs are the reason why kids are advancing physically so much. I mean, I just saw Logan Scheidt walk up there. Looks like an absolute brick house, and he's, 12 years younger than me and hardly a teenager at this stage. Sebastian Shorter looks like he's 30. It's just we're in this day and age where kids, if they want to get better, there's every resource to do it. I mean, we have kids at Wyandotte, which, we're not this perennial powerhouse by any means, but they'll ask me if college baseball is a possibility for them. If you want to play college baseball, you can go play college baseball. There's 6,000 opportunities out there, and it's just we've never lived in a world where it's more possible. And I think development has never been more attainable. And because of that, no, I don't think we've reached our pinnacle. I think we've really only scratched the surface. I think 2022 and 2023 were historic classes, but this 2026 class is special. I think the 2028 class is really special. Guys like Waters and Neshov and so on and so forth are really going to make this state what it is.
Awesome. There he is. Brandon Justice. Give him a hand. Not only for what he does here on this podium tonight with his drafting, but what he's done for Cold Weather Bats. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you very much.
No, appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the players. Thanks for everyone coming out. And, CWB for life, baby, as Brian would say.
All right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Brandon Justice giving you the knowledge about his team. The teams are continuing to get drafted and growing. And Nick Swanson's about to add to somebody's team right now. Who do you have, Swanee?
With the 27th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects utility Dane Lazat from Grosse Pointe South.
Dane Lazat from Grosse Pointe South, a senior, headed to Cornell, batted over 400 last year, 50 hits. This is a talented player. Griff, I know you have thoughts.
No, I think with Dane is, you have that advanced approach at the plate, right? The athleticism in the field, and I mean, it speaks to him being a utility guy, right? But I think overall, you combine the athleticism, the approach of the plate, the hand-eye contact, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. Coordination.
There we go. Big word.
Hey, we read at a third grade level over here, all right? But no, Cornell's looking to have him. Dane's a hell of a player. We're excited to see him.
All right, Charlotte's ready to talk to him. Charlotte, take it away with Dane.
Dane, congrats. How would you describe yourself as a player?
Yeah, I would definitely say a vocal leader. Sometimes I talk too much. Some of my teammates say I talk too much, like I said. So I would say definitely a vocal leader.
And what does leadership mean to you?
Leadership means, talking, making sure everyone's doing what they need to do and getting the work in when they need to get the work in.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Dane Lazat, let's hear it for him out of Grosse Pointe South. Pick number 28 is in. What do you have, Nick Swanson?
With the 28th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects middle infielder Dominic Bonetti from Richmond.
All right, Bonetti's the pick. He's not here, but he is headed to Notre Dame. And this is a another class of 2027 out of Richmond. Tell us about this guy, Griff.
I'm shocked Dom dropped this far.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he's one of the best players in the 2027 class. And I think overall you combine his defensive instincts with his high baseball IQ as well as obviously the hit tool. I think he's definitely one of those guys who's going to be exciting to watch for the next few years.
Benetti is not here. Michael?
Definitely a player that's going to have that baseball IQ that's going to help his team. He's going to take that extra base. He's going to be able to steal some runs while he's on the bases. Going to be someone that's going to be able to help Richmond big this season and, of course, Team Deonio.
All right. Let's head back to 2SP and Joe Neal. Nick Swanson has pick number 29.
With the 29th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects corner infielder Dallas Tursky from Divine Child.
Tursky, the senior, headed to Western Michigan, is pick 29. Thoughts on Tursky, the outfielder and middle infielder?
So you look at Dallas, you see the big 6'3" power frame, physical presence. I think he's going to fit ideally, obviously at Divine Child, but even more so at Western. I think there's definitely a chance to have legitimate power over the next couple of years, and he's definitely going to be a guy that really is, my prediction to be first team All-State this year.
All right. Michael?
Fantastic young man, does a lot of mentoring with kids with disabilities, and really just outside of baseball, a fantastic individual who's going to make a big impact not only on the baseball field in the future, but off of it as well.
What a great guy.
Love to hear it. It matters. Charlotte with a little more detail on Dallas.
Dallas, what part of your game gives you the most confidence?
I would say my hitting. That's the thing I work on the most. It's the most confident at.
And what is one word that describes you as a player?
Competitor.
All right, congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Hey, short, sweet, to the point. My man means business here tonight in Milford. That's Dallas Tursky, the future Western Michigan Bronco. We are almost halfway home, and we are halfway home as soon as Nick Swanson gets this pick out.
With the 30th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects pitcher Alex Scheinfield from Birmingham Groves.
Scheinfield, a guy that we've seen on the prep as a hurler, and this is a great pick. Let's talk a little more on it, Mr. Griff Green.
I think the biggest thing with Zan that everyone talks about is the work ethic. I think he's one of the guys that we've had the pleasure to train over the last couple of years in 3PD, and he's one of those guys who is always in the weight room. He's always in the facility for hours and hours of the night. Sometimes we got to kick him out because he's there so long. But he's definitely a kid who's got the makeup and he's got the whole package. And I think the one thing I will talk about tonight is the guy's wearing a vest with a hood on it. That is an absolute fashion statement. I'd love to hear what Charlotte thinks about that.
Well, she knows her fashion. Look at that fur. Charlotte, tell us about it.
Well, first, they want to know what is going on with the vest.
I don't know. I walked in here, and Griff called me out for it. And I thought I looked good, but, maybe next time I got to take some fashion tips from him or you. I love the fur coat.
Thank you.
Maybe that, but, yeah, I think next time we got to improve on that.
It's a little bit chilly in here, so I had to throw this on. But what separates your work ethic from everybody else's?
I think I don't necessarily have a time stamp of when I'm going to do it. Like, I get there, I'm going to get my work done no matter how long it takes me, and I don't see a point in, taking stops in between. Like, I'm there to do my work, and I'm going to get it done because that'll only help me in the future.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the man with the vest. Where's the vest? I don't see a vest.
I don't see a vest.
Where's the vest?
Oh, wait, you'll see it. Trust me.
All right.
You'll see it.
All right. Can't be soon enough. All right, we've got our pick 31 as we cross over into the
second half.
Second half.
With the 31st pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Brandon Justice selects pitcher Jack Halberstadt from Wyandotte.
Ooh. Did he steal a downriver guy from Brandon Justice? Or was that a Justice pick?
This was.
That was a Justice
This is
pick.
definitely a Justice pick.
Okay, it was a Justice pick. I thought somebody tried to steal one from him. It's his guy.
gotta
Tell
take
us
his guy.
about Jack Halberstadt.
I mean, you look at Jack, he's a big 6'4", long, athletic. I think he's definitely he's definitely going to do well for Brandon this year, right? He's definitely embodies that bear for life attitude, and we're definitely excited to see him come spring.
BFL. Michael.
BFL. I am, oh gosh, here we go. BFL. A kid that I have been hearing about from Brandon Justice for a very long time. I've been very proud of him and the development that he has had. A kid that had a .62 ERA in the Downriver League last year. He's going to put up the stats not only for his high school coach, but also for his player draft coach.
No doubt. He's also a ping-ponger. Charlotte, take it away.
Jack, what is something that you've added to your game that has helped you develop as a player?
Probably the weight room. I mean, this offseason I've been really trying to hit the weight room as hard as I can, get as strong as I can.
And how do you turn pressure into performance?
Just not letting it get to me, you know. The moment's never bigger than yourself, so just stay focused, keep your head down, get into it.
Congrats, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chad, back to you guys.
All right. We've got our next pick coming up, and Nick has our future Spartan.
With the 32nd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects pitcher Maddox Kipling from Spring Lake.
Maddox Kipling, named after who? M-A-D-D-U-X? Greg Maddox, of course. Yes. Thoughts on Mr. Maddox getting drafted?
I mean, another stereotypical Michigan State right-handed arm, 6'4", 200 pounds, an absolute athlete that the entire staff is going to be excited about. And I think what separates Max now from a lot of guys in his class is the command and the character makeup, right? I know we've talked about that a lot with a lot of the different players that have come up here, but I think Maddox is definitely going to take that next step going to the next level.
And you might see Charlotte Turbrock on campus. Charlotte's next to him. You might want to get to know her.
All right, Maddox, so what is one thing that you demand from yourself every day?
I try to work hard every day and get my work in every day.
And how do you stay hungry after the success?
It's the moment's never too big, and you want to keep working and to get to where your goals are.
Congrats, thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
All right, congratulations. One more pick, and then we will pause and have another interview. Swanee, one more.
With the 33rd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects middle infielder Lucas Farner from Woodhaven.
All right, so Farner off the board. Was this another Justice pick?
It was not.
It was not, shockingly. You would think.
How about it?
I thought he was going to take all the downriver guys. I thought that
he was paying them off.
He could be. He might be paying Samini.
Yeah, it's possible.
Tell us what we should know about Farner.
I think like I've said the entire night, I think Lucas is a tremendous athlete. I think overall, from a defensive side of the field, he's a kid who could play multiple positions. He could do it all, and he could do it all at the plate as well. He's a guy who's going to make the right play. He's going to hit behind runners. He's going to get guys in the scoring position. He's definitely a guy who has that team-first mentality.
Charlotte's with Farner. Charlotte.
Lucas, what kind of tone do you try to set for your team?
Just keep the positive energy and make sure the team's just doing everything to get successful.
And what do you say is your biggest strength on the field?
Probably my baseball IQ. As a shortstop, you have to make sure everyone's doing what they need to do. And, yeah.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
All right, let's hear it. Brief timeout. Don't go far. We're just getting started. The fun is heating up in Milford. Thanks for hanging out for the Cold Weather Bats 2026 draft. More to come right after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Welcome back to HVAC. Want to let everyone out there know, not only watching on YouTube, but also in the crowd, reserve your baseball broadcast today. We at the Prep have Long Ball Live, and we're going to bring baseball to you all spring long. 10% discount tonight to all teams that book a game before March 15th. We are booking games, starting to fill up. We'd love to talk if you'd like to get a game, tell you how to make it work. 10% off for teams between now and the 15th that sign up for a ball game. You can contact me tonight. You can contact any of our staff. info@theprepsports.com if you'd like to inquire. So we appreciate it. We love broadcasting the games, but it does take some support from the teams, the boosters, and so on and so forth. So we could not do that without you. We thank you from the Prep. Now then, let's move on. This is the 2026 Cold Weather Bats Draft, and we couldn't do it without our sponsors here as well. And we bring in not only one of our coaches, but one of our sponsors from 2SP. Ladies and gentlemen, the former Wayne State Warrior, Mr. Joe Neal. How are you, sir?
I'm good. This is awesome to be part of, for sure.
Yeah, and this is fun, and there's a lot of familiar faces out here, Joe.
Yeah.
You've trained several of them at your facility, or your folks have trained them. Let's talk about 2SP and what you do to serve these young men and women and future stars of today and tomorrow.
Yeah, we had about 17 guys in this today, so it was very
Big
difficult
number.
to pick through as we were, starting this out. For sure, a lot of them went rightfully so, early, and it's just fun to watch. We've seen a lot of these guys grow up, and really be able to improve over the years, and super impressive to see, not only the players they are, but the young men that they've grown up to become. So.
You're a part of this technology. You're part of this training arm. What are you seeing? What are some of the things that you're kind of seeing the movement and the wave towards in the training and performance enhancement?
Yeah, I mean, now, we use a lot of technology, but, I mean, for our company, I think we're just getting into the point where we're getting very, very direct on how we approach training, and I think companies like mine are becoming much, much better, much faster with technology that's available to us, and I think it's made a very big difference in a lot of these young guys' development over the years. So, and it's going to continue to get, I think these performance jumps are going to continue to get quicker and come quicker as the years go on.
Of course, it's the Cold Weather Bats Draft, and I know you're excited to see your kids get promoted from the baseball side. Much neglected in this state, certainly not by you and Michael, but just overall, and it must be exciting to be a part of this movement with Cold Weather Bats in this draft.
Yeah, no, I've been doing this for about 20 years, and as we've gotten deeper and deeper into that, the movement of the northern states, these players are as good as anywhere out there. So I think just being they have a more condensed time that they can showcase their skills in, and I think they're just continuing to do better and better in that short window every year.
Michael?
Well, so not only are you here as a sponsor, but you're here as drafting a team as well. What is your thoughts thus far on your roster you got?
There's a lot of pressure on picking guys here.
Yeah, there is.
I'm like, do I take pitchers early? Do I, how do we navigate this? This is the first time. I'm not really a.
You're not a fantasy guy, are you?
I'm not a fantasy guy at all.
You'd be fun to have in a fantasy.
At all,
league.
yeah. People would just be taking everything from me. But it was kind of. I mean, the talent on the sheet is easy to choose from. So I think as I've been going through this, getting some texts as we go from other coaches within our staff for some help, I think it's been very easy to kind of navigate that so far. So.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
give it up for Joe Neal of
Definitely.
2SP, training some of these athletes, training a lot of these athletes. He said 17. Give it up for Joe Neal, 2SP, one of our proud sponsors tonight and one of our coaches. Thank you, Joe. All right, we move on as we get ready for our next round, as we are in our second half of this Cold Weather Bats 2026 draft. It's flying by, and folks are moving in and out of their seats, and that's okay. I got to use the bathroom too. I get it. But we're going to keep rolling. And so let's roll on. Nick Swanson has our next pick. Nick Swanson, who is it, sir? What pick is it?
With the 34th pick in the Cold Weather Bats player draft, Brandon Justice selects corner infielder Jackson Surma from Huron.
Surma off the board. From New Boston, Huron saw his teammate go earlier. This is a guy that can, another infield, outfield guy. Tell us more, Griff. We'll start with you about Mr. Jackson Surma from New Boston, Huron.
Another downriver guy going to Justice.
Yeah, shocker.
It's a huge shocker, right? But I think the beautiful thing is about with Jackson is he can play a lot of different positions, right? Not just a corner infielder, can also play the outfield, but also one of those guys who has that physical presence about him that can really, knock guys in when there's runners on base, and also offer a lot of different leadership qualities as well in the locker room. So it's always great to see those guys, and New Boston Huron's starting to have a little bit of a run with players.
No doubt, it's been a great program, Michael.
It's a fantastic program. That Huron program was if you guys happen to catch it last year, it was my pick for the state title in their division. Didn't happen, but this is really a school that is going to be very competitive. This is a player that's going to be in those situations to get those stats for Mr. Justice, and someone that's going to be a big asset on his team downriver.
All right, Charlotte, tell us.
Jackson, what does baseball mean to you, and how has it built you as a person over the years?
Baseball is real important. It's been most of my life, and it's really just how I became the person I am.
And what do you bring to each team that you're on?
I bring my hard work and competitiveness. I want to win, and it allows us to have a good aspect in our team.
Congrats. Thank you. Chad.
All right, thank you. That's the junior Jackson Surma from New Boston. Huron, the next pick is in.
With the 35th pick in the Cold Weather Bats players draft, Joe Neal selects utility Ryan Willis from Bloomfield Hills.
Willis from Bloomfield Hills. He's headed to Davison, and this is a guy that another guy that catches and plays outfield and can do a lot of things that a baseball coach loves to see in that versatility.
He's one of those guys that doesn't have to stick behind the plate when you're looking at him down the road because of the raw athleticism, right? And also, to top it all off, the kid has an absolute hose from behind the plate. I will give him credit, even though I have known Ryan since probably he was about 10 years old. But the beautiful thing about him is just from a character standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, the kid's the full package, and we're excited to see him.
All right, good size behind him. He looks taller than 6'2". My goodness.
He's a big boy.
All right, let's go over to Charlotte Turbach, who's standing by with Mr. Willis.
Ryan, what does preparation look like for you behind the scenes?
Definitely just taking preparation very serious before games and just working hard in practice.
And how do you make the players around you better?
I think leading by example is a big part of my game, and just encouraging all people around me.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, let's hear it for Ryan Willis. Willis spelled W-I-L-U-S-Z. Chris, excuse me, sorry. Man, I almost did it again. Sorry, Swanee. I want your job sometime. Go
With
ahead,
the
sir.
36th pick in the Cold Weather Bats players draft, Nick Deonio selects pitcher Chris York from Clarkston.
Ah, yes, the Yorkie headed to Western to be a Bronco. And Chris York, tell us more, Griff, about this young man.
Another kid that you're seeing that is 6'2", 6'3", physical frame, but the one thing that really separates Chris from a lot of guys is that fastball changeup combo that you're seeing a lot more, that become a lot more popular at the next level because it's the true difference maker. Because most guys at the next level can hit sliders, but if you have that true fastball changeup combo like Chris has, you become a lethal weapon. Come either in the front line of the rotation or in the pen.
Well, we want to talk really what he's going to make a difference and how he's made a difference. It's really that drive. It's that work ethic. It's separated him as he's gone through his 4 years at Clarkston and really going to make a big impact at the top of that staff for the Wolves before he heads off to Kalamazoo.
All right, Charlotte's got more with Mr. York.
Chris, what standards do you hold yourself to as a baseball player?
Really just consistency, being able to get in the gym multiple times a week and staying hardworking.
And what do you want the players and coaches around you to say about you as a baseball player?
That he was a competitor and he was down but never out.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad,
All right.
back to you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Nick Swanson has our next pick.
With the 37th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects outfielder Hunter Van Sickler from Williamston.
The future Laker of Grand Valley State, and it's an outfielder that's hit better than 400 a year ago for Williamston. Griff, what do you like about Hunter Van Sickler?
He's a smart outfielder with great instincts, and he's continuing to develop into his own, right? As he continues to add size and puts on more strength to his frame, he's definitely going to be, he's definitely going to become dangerous with the stick, as well as his ability to steal bases and run around the infield, or the outfield, I should say.
Really going to be a guy that's going to get over 50 hits. You're going to see that this year for that Williamson program out there. When he's not out there, we got an avid outdoorsman here, guys. He is always out there. He's been an avid follower of Cold Weather Bats since the beginning. We're real happy to have him here tonight, coming all the way from Williamson in all this weather. And really looking forward to seeing what he's able to do this year for that program.
Young entrepreneur as well, owns his own sports card business. Charlotte's got more with Mr. Van Sickler.
Hunter, what is the edge that you feel that you play with?
Grit. I go 100% at all times and just really give it my all.
And what would you say is your most reliable skill as a player?
My speed. I can get on a lot of different ways, either if that's a bunt or a hit that just gets through the infield. I can just make a lot of things happen.
Congrats. Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Chad.
All right. Thank you. Nick, pick number 38 is upon us, sir.
With the 38th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects pitcher Johan Villarreal from Western International.
Ah, yes, the cowboy, the right-hander, Villarreal. And we've seen him for quite some time, just a junior. Feels like he's been there forever. He's been in the rotation early and often.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who really made an impact early, like you mentioned. And I think the one thing about I am horrible with names, but the one thing about my guy right here, I am so bad with names, and I apologize.
Johan.
But I think the one thing with Johan is he's an athlete. I know we've said that a few times, but he's an athlete with that competitive drive, and I think that's the real difference maker that he's made over his first couple of years and will continue to make down the road.
And again, a player from that Western program. We have these handful of programs, just like Huron, another great program down there in Detroit, in that league they play in. Western is really going to have a fantastic arm at the top of the rotation and just a tremendous player. Really going to have that ability to compete in the box, on the mound, against anyone that is opposing him and going to be ready to go no matter who it is.
All right, the PSL's Villarreal is with Charlotte Turbrock.
Johan, what is your biggest strength mentally?
I think always just having the confidence. Whoever steps in the box, I'm right with them.
And what kind of presence do you want to have on the field?
Just being a leader, honestly, for my team, setting the tone.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you guys.
All right, let's hear it for Johan Villarreal. We're ready for pick number 39 already. Cruising along. Swanee, tell us who it is, sir.
With the 39th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects utility Tristan Spencer from Woodhaven.
So Spencer is off the board, another Woodhaven product, and he does it two-way style. And he's got some big-time accolades already behind him from what he did in Little League.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think to kind of build off that, I think with Tristan is you look at the frame, 6'3", 225. He's continuing to get bigger, stronger, more athletic every single day. And I think what people are kind of surprised by, or not really surprised for us, but just how big of a jump he's made from year one to year two. And I think he's definitely going to do some damage. He's definitely going to, shake some trees out there when he's driving the baseball.
A very legitimate 2028 prospect.
Absolutely.
Down on Team Justice as a big shock to just about everyone. We saw that little slick smile as we panned on him a minute ago, but a player that is going to be able to do it in the box, on the mound, and going to be a big asset to that Woodhaven squad here in the spring.
All right, Charlotte is with him now.
Tristan, how do you stay consistent day in and day out?
Just working hard every day and being consistent is big for me.
And what is something that you've worked on in your game that people may not notice?
My fielding, I like to take pride in that, and yeah.
Congrats, thank you. Chad, back to you.
All right, one more pick before we step aside for just a short, brief moment. Thank you very much for that. One more pick, Swanee.
With the 40th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects outfielder Jackson Gatt from Catholic Central.
So Gatt is gone, and this is a great pick. And look, I mean, this is a guy that has done some great things already. I know you're very high on him, Griff.
Oh, absolutely. I think Jackson checks every single box when you're looking at an athlete. And I think you look at the 6'3" frame, the two-way tools, the whole Catholic League pedigree, right? But what kind of shocks me is this guy hasn't found a home yet. And if I have to get on my soapbox a little bit, I mean, this guy's a 6'3", two-way player from Catholic Central, and he does not have a home yet. Somebody needs to get on the phone, if you ask me. So definitely a kid to keep your eye on over the course of the spring and over the course of the summer.
All right, Charlotte is standing by with him.
Jackson, what kind of competitor are you?
I'm a very tough competitor in the game, just always trying to do my best.
And what pushes you to go beyond your limits?
I think just seeing everyone around me succeed, and that's my biggest thing, just compete with everyone else.
Congrats, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Charlotte. We're going to take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We've got a brief pause, and then we're back with Nick Deonio's interview right after this. Thanks for watching Cold Weather Bats 2026 Draft live from HVAC. Thanks for coming tonight. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for coming and hanging. Back after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Welcome back to HVAC, and we're here with the guy who brought us here, the owner of HVAC, Nick Deonio. Also, of course, a coach here tonight, drafting, and we'll get into his team a little bit later. But look, not only the coach for St. Mary's, the coach here tonight, but this is where it starts with HVAC. Tell everybody out there what this place is all about and what makes it so special, unique, and a nice hidden jewel here in the great town of Milford.
Yeah, well, first of all, we're just excited to have this event here tonight. Well, we sit on 25 acres here at HVAC. We've got indoor, outdoor facilities. Got lots of different programs that we run. Our three big anchor sports are baseball, soccer, basketball. We've got softball here, and then lots of other programs from 4- and 5-year-olds all the way up to pickleball for people that are playing that these days. So it's been a tremendous thing for the community, for us personally, for our staff. It's just been a real blessing.
And I know the baseball side of things, it's WOW Baseball, and that's a program you're proud of, and they play out of this facility. What's it like to be able to have your own organization and have your facility as well that they can use and also supply to other teams?
Well, it's been just fantastic. I mean, you'll see several of our WOW kids here tonight represented, and just to see them grow and progress from when they were young kids all the way up now. A lot of them are graduating, and just to kind of be a part of that process, to see them develop, has just been tremendous.
Of course, you're the head coach of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a Final Four team a year ago in the semifinals. I know you're proud of the Eaglets and what they accomplished, and ready for some baseball this year to try to get things rolling and get right back to Michigan State.
Yeah, we came up a couple games short, but sure was proud of our group last year, and this year we returned 16 guys from that team that finished in the semifinals last year. So, I mean, expectations are high every year at St. Mary's, and I think we've got the group to do it. We know it's going to be tough, and we'll play all the games, and hopefully we'll be there at the end in East Lansing.
A lot of your guys, a lot of competition here tonight. everybody coming together for this great event. Tell us about your draft strategy, what your team's going to be about, and where you're trying to go with this cool event that everybody's excited about.
I can't divulge too much, but I'll tell you, if I'm able to fill my team with St. Mary's and Wild Kids, it'll be a pretty darn good team. So.
All right, there you have it. We'll see a lot of Orchard Lake and a little bit of wow to go with it. Nick Deonio from HVAC. We're glad to have him here. Thanks so much for allowing us to be a part of this.
Thank you. I'm excited.
All right, there he is, Nick Deonio of HVAC in Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We'll pause. We're back with more from Milford right after this.
My time to shine. Got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. They were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Welcome back to the Cold Weather Bats Draft 2026. My name is Chad Bush. Michael Rubenstein to my left, Griff Green. Coming up shortly, want to thank our sponsors. The Cold Weather Bats Player Draft is powered by Pyson, the official wearable of Cold Weather Bats. Pyson is changing the way athletes train their minds, tracking cognitive performance, focus, reaction time, and readiness in real time. This isn't just about physical tools, it's about sharpening the edge between the ears. Trusted by elite performers and forward-thinking programs, Pyson helps athletes understand how their brain performs under pressure so they can compete at the highest level. When preparation meets data, performance, it all follows. Pyson, train your mind like you train your body. All right, welcome back. Chad Bush alongside Michael Rubenstein and Griff Green. More to come as we are, 34 picks in, and we're about 37. How many fingers is that? 36? Okay, 42. I'm close. Thank you. All right. All right, we're ready to get rolling. Nick Swanson is at the podium, and we're ready for our next pick. Swanee, who do you have, sir?
With the 41st pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Dan Samini selects outfielder Kellen Ford from Hopkins.
Kellen Ford from Hopkins, a future Raider. We already had another Wright Stater, but this one's special. Tell us more, Griff.
I mean, I know I sound like a dead horse a little bit talking about the athleticism and all these guys, but what separates Kellen initially is the speed tool when you're looking at the 5 tools as a player. And I think for him, he's going to fit perfectly into that right state foundation that they lay, especially the way they run the bases, they play. They're super energetic when it comes to just college baseball in general. But going back to Kellen, I think obviously the speed, but the arm is something that's really attractive for him as a player. And as he continues to add size, the bat continues to improve. He's definitely a guy that we're excited about.
All right, Charlotte standing by with the future Raider, Kellen Ford. Charlotte, take it away, please.
Kellen, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I play with a lot of grit. I emphasize the chip on my shoulder mentality and just trying to get better every day.
And what is the biggest thing that you want to share with your teammates?
I want to be the best leader I can be and just lead by example.
Congrats. Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right. Pick 42 is in. Swanee.
With the 42nd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Brandon Justice selects corner infielder Cal Pilarski from Bay City Western.
Pilarski, the junior, and the Warrior, uncommitted, and Cal Pilarski, a big-time player And look, I mean, and this guy's been highly touted since his freshman year. This is a guy they built as a cornerstone for their program at Bay City Western.
Absolutely. And if you look at the Bay City Western program over the last, seems like, 20 years, they've been absolutely dominant, right? And I think, Cal fits that mold perfectly. He's athletic. He's physical. He's one of those guys who's a true leader in the dugout. And I think another plus is just obviously his hit tool, which is exceptional from the left side of the plate.
A player that's faced a lot of adversity with the car accident a couple years ago. Didn't even know if he was even going to, let alone be here, be able to be a baseball player, whatever it might be. We are obviously very happy that he is okay, able to be here tonight, but a big-time asset for Bay City Western last year, going into this year as well, and going to be a big asset in that lineup.
Coach Mack, happy to have him, and Charlotte Turbrock is as well. She's standing by with Cal.
Cal, can you just take us through your journey a little bit, going through the adversity and how that's shaped you as a player?
Oh, yeah. So my freshman year, or heading into my freshman year, I got into a bad accident, broke my leg, lungs collapsed, a lot of broken ribs. Didn't really know if I'd play again that year. And then I got cleared to do everything the day before my freshman year tryouts, and then just played ever since.
What would you say is your why?
Just for the love of the game.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad, back to you.
Thanks, Cal. Good to see him healthy. Not only healthy, but impactful as well. All right, we've got another pick. Nick Swanson has it for us. Who's picked 43, sir?
With the 43rd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects middle infielder Brody Metallic from Allen Park.
Brody Metallic from Allen Park, the Jaguar, committed to Kellogg Community College. This is a multi-sport, multi-talented player. And Brody Metallic, Griff, I know you like what he does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another, what's you're starting to see, common in high school baseball now are guys going, the junior college route. And I think Brody is the perfect representation of what the junior college route can be, is a guy who might not be there all the way physically, but once he adds, 20, 30 pounds of muscle, he's going to be the guy who you're going to see in the Big Ten or MAC someday.
And another guy that's overcome injuries, and this guy's a true warrior.
Very much so. One thing I just want to point out, we're in the back half of the draft now, right? This is a kid that put 5 balls over the fence last year, and with the structure we have, that's going to be a big asset for Joe and his team, and a player that now is going into senior year, bigger, faster, stronger. We'll see what happens, but this could be a very good pickup for Joe here this late in the rounds.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Charlotte's standing by with Brody.
Brody, what are some of your goals headed into this season?
Just to have a good season and work hard.
And what are some of the biggest things that have contributed to your growth as a player?
Just working hard every day and getting better every day.
Congrats. Thank you. Chad, back to you.
All right, give it up for Brody Metallic. Down the stretch we come. Nick Swanson, tell us who's next, sir.
With the 44th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Player Draft, Nick Deonio selects pitcher Caden Jomini from Matawan.
Jomini from Matawan, the future Cornell kid. And I know you've paid attention to the innings he's logged, Griff. You like what he does on the hill.
No, absolutely. He's an absolute workhorse. But I think what kind of separates Caden as well as a lot of these guys here is the work ethic, right? He's a guy who drives 2.5 hours to go train with Max Bain over here on the east side, and it's one of those things that you could truly tell that's been a separator for him over the last few years. And I think as he continues to progress, continues to grow, and continues to mature as an athlete and as a person, I think the sky's the limit for Caden.
A good question here. Did we hear what position are we slotting him at here? Because this is a player that's going to have two-way potential, whether it's on the mound or in the box, and it's really going to be a tough choice here for Nick to figure out where we're going to slot him.
Yeah, we'll have to get an answer from him at some point. Right now, Charlotte Turbrock's looking for some answers as well. Charlotte, take it away,
Sorry, guys. Caden, what do you have to say about being able to be a pitcher and go in the box?
I think it's important, able to help your team out. Coming from the west side, we don't get enough love. So I think when we're playing out there and being able to pitch and hit, you're helping your team. So, yeah.
What are you looking forward to most this upcoming season?
I think just showing that we can play with everyone. We got a tough schedule this year. We're playing a lot of east side teams. So just showing everyone that Matawan can play too.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chad.
Representing the west side, and you heard it there. A little disrespected on the west side. And look, there's some great baseball over there, and certainly nobody on this side of the state has not taken notice of that. This is a legit left side of the state that's been talented, especially this year.
Absolutely.
Very much so. Just evident last year with, we had, why am I blanking?
Forest Hills.
Forest Hills
There you
taking
go.
the crown. And really, they're going to be back. You got Mattawan. You got a bunch of schools over there that are going to be ready to play this year.
You bet. All right. We're back with another pick. Swanee, what do you have, sir?
With the 45th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects utility Drew Simmons from Flint Powers.
That's a Charger, and he's headed up here. This is a proud program in Flint Powers, and this guy is one of their best that they've had in quite some time.
Absolutely. One of those young guys on that state title run a couple of years ago, right, with Fisher and Sturgis and those guys. And I think what separates Drew from a lot of the guys is the size, right? He's 6'3", which is unusual for a middle infielder, but definitely a guy once, continues to add weight and continues to get bigger, faster, stronger, is definitely going to be a name at the top of this list come next year.
And really, if you're trying to build a good fantasy team, personally, I love to take those leadoff batters. We got a leadoff batter right here. He's going to get those stolen bases, get those runs, get those hits, move around, and going to be a big asset for his team to get to the top here this year.
All right, Charlotte, tell us more about Drew.
Drew, what kind of players the team that you're on getting?
Just a competitor. I came in as a sophomore after being injured my freshman year, and I was tasked with the leadership role, and I feel like I stepped up, and that's something I pride myself on.
What do you think sets you apart the most?
Probably my mentality. That's something I've worked on a lot over the last couple of years with being injured and stuff. It really hurt my mental state, but I'm definitely back, and I definitely worked on it a lot.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, sir. Nick Swanson, who's next?
With the 46th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects corner infielder pitcher Colin Bennett from Novi.
Bennett off the board at 46 from right down the road in Novi. Bennett's had some great success, and so have the Wildcats.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at him, he's a tall, athletic kid, but the one thing that really separates him is the arm, right? It's a live arm. He can command the zone with his fastball, obviously. Continues to develop his off-speed pitches, which is a great sign to see. But it's interesting that I think Joe drafted him as a two-way, right? Which I think is also intriguing, right? So something that I did note, listening to Swanee give that glorious speech of his. But I think that's definitely something that's going to be intriguing, to watch moving forward and see how he develops this spring for the Novi Wildcats.
Speaking of intriguing, I had a good thought, but lost my train of thought with the whole socks and shoe combination.
Yeah,
with the
it's an
socks here.
interesting look. I couldn't pull it off.
I couldn't either. I don't know.
Pull it off.
Charlotte, hey, if it's on fashion, Charlotte's going to talk to him about it. I know it. Charlotte, take it away.
Do you want to talk about fashion? Okay. What do you think makes you stand out as a player?
I just throw the ball. I just have fun. I don't know.
And what do you think is the strongest part of your game?
I have a lot of confidence. I don't know. I just like to enjoy it.
All right. Thanks for joining me. Guys, back to you.
All right. We're going to talk to our fourth and final coach on the other side of this timeout. We're taking a 30-second break. Don't go anywhere. Dan Samini's next, live from right here in HVAC for the 2026 Cold Weather Bats Draft here live on the Prep. Welcome back to HVAC and the Cold Weather Bats 2026 draft. Before we get to Dan Samini, don't forget, we are selling broadcasts tonight. If you'd like a broadcast on the Prep, 10% off until March 15th. Planning on covering about 35 to 45 games, and we'd love to have you, your teams, be a part of it. info@theprepsports.com. If you'd like to purchase a game for the Prep and Long Ball Live this year, many ways we could do it, and we thank everyone who has, because we could not do this without guys like you and guys like you. So Dan Samini joins us now, and the state champion as a head coach must feel great. Last year you took De La Salle all the way to the Catholic League, won the regular season title. You're in a new place, but you did similar things last year in your first year. Congrats on that, and talk about last year's success.
It was unexpected. They didn't have a great year the year before, but they really bought into the philosophy.
Oh, look at the love.
Hey.
We got them here. We got the boys.
Okay.
All right,
The
little
boys are
OKC
here.
action. That's all
Yeah, I
right.
got
They
my
can
boys
get back.
behind
Hey,
me.
stay there.
Yeah, you can stay there.
You're a Chippewa. You can do anything you want. I don't know about the Western guy.
But they bought in. They were excited. And, we had a really good year. We had some great games. That Catholic League Central is as good as any league in the state. I mean, there's so much talent. And for us to do what we did, it was really unexpected, but it was a lot of fun.
How about the two guys behind you? I know they're harassing you. They must like you a little bit.
Yeah, amazing guys. Just gamers. They're really good. Great leaders, great captains, really good pitchers, and they bring it every day. And anything I ask them to do, they do, and it's pretty cool.
Now, what will they think about the team you drafted?
I know Zach will love it, but my man Lukey, I tried to get him, but he got snatched. Neil snatched him before me, so that's part of the game. That's part of fantasy baseball. So it's going to be good for him to play for someone else anyway, for in the fantasy world. But in reality, he's going to be great for us.
So with the strategy you had, obviously you and I were talking not even week, but however long I've had you committed to doing this. Has it kind of gone like you thought, or has your strategy had to adjust and change a little bit here?
It really has kind of fallen exactly how I kind of wanted to. Not every single player.
Dan Samini just wins.
Getting Hudson with the first pick, I think he's one of the best all-around baseball players in the state. And I've played against him for years, and it was really cool to have him. Instead of playing against him, I got him on my fantasy team. So as long as he doesn't do good against us, I'm good.
Love it. Outlook for things this year in the Catholic League. Talk about the Catholic League this year, and a league that's been highly competitive, and a league you won last year in the regular season.
It's a great league. Every single team in that league can beat anybody on any given day. Great players you saw tonight. There's so many great players in that league, and they're all playing college baseball somewhere with great coaches in the league. So every game, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. So you can go 8-0 your first 8 games. You can go 0-8. That's just the way the league is, and it's super competitive, but it brings out the best in you. And I think everybody every single kid that plays in that Catholic League knows that it brings the best out of them.
No doubt. Give it up for Dan Samini, one of our 4 coaches. State champion.
Thanks, brother.
6 rings is another one coming here in the Players Draft.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. All right, we are going to go. Thank you, brother. Oh, that ring hurt.
The ring.
That's a big ring.
Only the one. He doesn't have all 6 here today.
No,
couldn't fit them all on.
Very modest of him. All right, we move on. Let's get to the podium. Let's get to the thoughts of Mr. Swanson, who is breaking conversation with Joe Neal. No insider chatter. Keep it fair, keep it fair. Nick
With
Swanson.
the 47th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects outfielder Owen Dominowski from Bay City Western.
Dominowski, another Warrior from Bay City Western. He is not here. Cal couldn't give him a ride. Come on, you guys couldn't have carpooled? Just kidding. He's not here, but this guy's worth talking about. Tell us more about Mr. Dominowski.
No, another great thing about Owen is he's another one of those, elite two-way athletes that we talk about, right? From the athletic outfield profile and the continued development that Coach Mack and the rest of the guys up at Bay City Western have to kind of instill in all their guys, not just Cal and Owen, but I think just with his level. Oh wow, that's a close-up of my face.
Hello.
That's interesting.
And the head.
Yeah, look at the head.
We shined it.
It's nice.
But but
round,
no, I think at the end of the day, I think with the athleticism that Owen displays in the outfield, and I think the overall character makeup of him, I think he's definitely going to be one of those names to look out for come springtime.
Big team player, big hype man for that team out there. We've heard that not only from what he said, but heard that from a couple others as well, and a big-time asset for that Bay City Western. Only a junior, still got 2 more years.
Loves to fish. He's from Bay City, and that's a good spot to love fishing.
It is.
I think that's the only thing to do up there.
Oh,
there's
come on.
lots.
I'm just saying.
Oh, don't throw a stab at our mid-Michigan folk. Dude. Just kidding. All right, let's get back to the picks. Mr. Swanson, what's next?
With the 48th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects utility Gabe Geisner from Troy High School.
How about it? Gabe Geisner.
The utility shocks me. I'm sorry to cut you off, Chad, but
No,
the utility
please.
shocks me. The kid, no, I'm just kidding. But no, Gabe's a tremendous athlete, tremendous kid, tremendous player. I think, Dan got a steal right here. I think the one thing that I think separates Gabe from a lot of guys, especially behind the plate, as a catcher, is the work ethic, right? And his attention to detail, especially just from the short conversations him that I've had, over the off season, especially we've had the privilege to train him over at 3PD, and I think the one thing that separates Gabe, like I mentioned, is the attention to detail. He's the type of kid who wants to know every little thing about the game and every little thing about baseball.
The Troy Colt, a heady one as well, headed to Wayne State, and head coach Ryan Kelly, and Gabe is standing by with Charlotte Turprock.
Gabe, how would you say you show up for your team day in and day out?
I would just say being a competitor and always being ready to play is a big thing, especially being a catcher. You got to be able to lead the team.
And what does being a competitor mean to you?
It means putting the pass behind you and always going in the next inning, trying to win the inning, and I think just always trying to win the game in the end.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Back to you guys.
Double G, Gabe Geisner. Maybe he'll be a G of the game. Maybe we'll get the Troy Colts this year. I know Austin Sonnenberg and Josh Samuelson would love that. Let's go back to the podium. Nick Swanson is ready.
With the 49th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects corner infielder Rico Val-O-Vinos from Southgate Anderson.
Valdo Vinos. And this guy can really deal it. He's been doing it since he was a freshman when he was over at in the PSL at Western. This guy can hit it, he can throw it, and he can play middle infield. Rico Valdovinos.
Yeah, I think that positional flexibility, is going to be key for Southgate this year. And I think just he's one of those guys who can do it all, but he's also one of those kids who's got a high character makeup. He's a kid who pays attention to all those little details that truly, separates the good from the great. And I think he's definitely on the right path, and we're excited to see him for Southgate this year.
He's a player that's going to be able to have the ability to, outside of the game, have the ability to play it over in his head, figure out what he was done well, what he needs to fix on. And players that are able to do that, you're going to see the improvement throughout the entire high school season rapidly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big-time asset for Andy Green down at Southgate Anderson, as well as for his team.
Charlotte's with Rico now.
Rico, what would you say is the strongest part of your game?
I think my mentality and definitely my hitting is the strongest part of my personality, and just working on the work ethic of my hitting is truly the biggest part of it.
What type of leadership style do you think you bring to your team?
I think I bring a lot of loud voice and on and off the field, just trying to compete and lead my team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chad?
All right. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Charlotte. Give it up for the Titan. Nick Swanson's next with pick number 50.
Wow.
10 left? Wow.
We are flying.
We are flying. All right, man. Let's keep it rolling.
With the 50th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects outfielder Keegan Malley from Midland Dow.
Malley from Dow, he's a Charger, headed to Grand Rapids Community College. He's an outfielder, and this kid's a player. He's done good things for Dow.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's here tonight, but he's definitely one of those guys who's going to really take advantage of that junior college level to get bigger, faster, stronger, continue to develop as a person, continue to develop as an athlete, and he's going to surround himself in a great environment at GRCC.
He's a dedicated student athlete, really loves to lead by example. He's a captain up there, so that just speaks to the fact that he's able to lead. And really with that team there, we have a couple here tonight from that program up there in Midland, and he is just a good asset to that Dow program.
Yeah, part of that SVL league that will be competitive as always, especially with those two teams. We've got our next pick.
We got a big group over here. We're trying to incentivize some coaching back there to make some picks with these kids. We got some
a lot of strategy right now as you get down to the final 9 because people really this is the most these coaches have really been
finger pointing back here like, hey,
sweating,
pick.
Talking to Nick Swanson, is Swanee charging consulting charges over there?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Seems right.
But I think this is where the draft is won, though. Right? Like the late rounds, like you think of fantasy football, fantasy basketball, all the different fantasy sports out there. This is where the draft's won.
These last picks, these are where you win or lose a season.
And where's that ticker? Because time is a ticking. And who's next?
Who are we waiting on, Joe?
Is it Joe Neal?
Are we trying to find a player still available?
Just spell it out, Joe.
Joe Neal looking for answers.
Sound it out.
Something we usually don't see. Usually has
all right,
the
do we
answer.
appease the crowd here?
Nick Swanson, who is it, sir?
With the 51st pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Joe Neal selects outfielder Colton McCaleb from Mason.
All right, Colton McCaleb from Mason. He's going to be a Panther at Davenport next year. This kid's a two-way guy, and he's a good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely a guy that, has a little bit of a smaller frame. No big deal, but it's that true what is that? What does that look for? Just because I'm 5'8.5", what is that supposed to mean?
He's taller.
I know.
Just putting it out there.
But no, I think the great thing about Colton is he is one of those true athletes that we talk about. He's definitely going to fit well going to Davenport next year. But he's also the kid who's going to be a leader, on the field, and a leader in the dugout, which is what you need at Mason.
A real perfect fit for that tidy program over there in Davenport,
Absolutely.
as we both know. And really, he's going to be a big asset for that Mason team once again as he was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please talk about his best asset? He can wiggle his ears.
Let's see it.
Let's do it.
Let's see it.
Can we see
Come
it?
on. I want to see the whole interview. Come on, Charlotte.
The camera's zooming in on you.
Take it away.
Do it? Oh, wait, I see it a little bit.
Okay.
All right. It's like a little party trick.
You're like a mic.
All right. What are some things that you want people to know you as a baseball player?
I want people to know me as a confident player and just a leader and on and off the field. Being a role model for all the younger guys on our team at Mason, taking them to team dinners and stuff like that.
Yeah, my next question was going to be, how do you take on that leadership role in taking action?
Being there for everyone, uplifting them, making them feel like they belong, and that's it.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Guys,
Colton
back to you.
McCaleb. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Colton. Nick Swanson, as we count him down.
With the 52nd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects outfielder pitcher Jackson Gilbert from Lake Orion.
All right.
Gilbert is gone. How about it? Lake Orion. Tell us about Gilbert, the pitcher outfielder.
So I'm surprised Jackson slipped this far, right? He's a former West Virginia commit. He's definitely a guy who, like Zan and like Sebastian, some of the other guys within the 3PD program, is one of those kids who's really kind of taking the leadership in that program on a day-to-day basis to really mentor the younger guys, make the biggest difference in an impact in the weight room, on the mound, and a low to mid-90s arm as well. So it's definitely one of those guys who is looking to dominate, for Lake Orion this year.
Real quick, too. We're at pick, what was that, 53?
Yep.
We're still having
52.
arms here that are throwing into the 90s, and that speaks to the fact that we have this depth here, but truly just the depth that we have in the state, right? This has been a fantastic display of all the talent we have, and the fact that a player like this that was committed to West Virginia that can get his arm up to that mile per hour is just a testament to the development here in this complete state.
He is a student athlete, a 4.2 GPA as well. Charlotte, take it away.
Jackson, you had quite the crowd back there cheering you on when your name was called. How important is team bonding to you?
Yeah, I know. I've known a lot of those guys for a while, and I like being the fan favorite, but it means a lot.
Being the fan favorite, how do you take on that leadership role to inspire the people around you?
I think the leadership role is just having fun and making sure the guys have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Big Red.
And we are having fun.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. All right, we appreciate it. Nick Swanson has our next selection.
With the 53rd pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects outfielder Carter Hersick from Dow.
Carter Harchek is picked. Tell us more about Harchek, the second Dow Charger to go.
Definitely one of those guys you look at when it comes to the 6'2", projectable frame. Has the tools to do it from both sides of the field, meaning, in the position, an outfielder, infielder, as well as, on the mound as well. He's definitely a guy who's going to have huge upside when it comes to, the Dow baseball atmosphere, if you will. But he's definitely going to be a guy looking to dominate for the next level.
Yeah, another ping pong fiend.
Yeah, another
we
one of those
ping pong. We should have had a ping pong.
We should have done
Here,
that. Maybe it's in the budget next year.
I think so.
Yeah.
I might. I'll speak to your budget.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll make it happen.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause to thank one of our sponsors. Just a quickie. Just a quick read. 30 seconds, I promise. 2SP and Joe Neal is right there. 2SP. Go to 2SP. Talk to Joe Neal. Tell him what you can do to get better, Joe. Joe Neal will do just that. 2SP Sports Performance. We thank them and all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. As we roll on from HVAC. Don't go anywhere. I told you be quick. And we're ready for our next pick just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, to the podium. 5 more picks, I believe. Nick Swanson, tell us who's next.
With the 54th pick in the Cold Weather Bat Player Draft, Joe Neal selects corner infielder pitcher Ian Everett from Seaholm.
Ian Everett is selected. And Everett, tell us more about Ian.
He's another one of those guys that is constantly leaving the lights on within the facility, has a great work ethic, great character. He's a great kid, and he's definitely one of those guys that you can tell from all the boys in the back. He has the support for everyone, right? And I think the one thing that, from a baseball standpoint, the one thing that separates Ian from a lot of the guys is his hit tool, right? He's a guy who every single summer ball team, high school, he's hit everywhere he's gone. So we're definitely excited to see him at Birmingham Seaholm this year.
The pride of the Maples is with Charlotte Turbrock now.
And they were talking about your preparation. Can you go into a little bit of detail about that?
Yeah, well, I transferred high schools last year, and I obviously didn't have a high school season, so I've been taking this off season just to go harder in the weight room and in the batting cages.
How have you seen yourself grow?
When I was younger, I rode the bottom of the lineup, but I've been working hard and trying to get myself towards the top.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Charlotte. 5 more selections tonight. The most critical time of this draft is upon us. Nick Swanson has pick 55.
With the 55th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects utility Memphis Wirtz from Lakeview.
Battle Creek Lakeview's junior, Memphis Wirtz. And another guy from the west side of the state. And look, this guy's made a splash over for Lakeview.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is my favorite pick in the entire night. I think Memphis is going to have an absolute massive year for Lakeview, and I think for him, especially if you look at the 6'3", 225, the kid's an athlete, right? Shocking to me, he plays tight end on the football team, right? When he first told me that, I thought he was an offensive lineman. No, just to mess with him. But no, I think overall Memphis is a great athlete, great competitor, great kid, and I think he's definitely going to make some noise over at Lakeview this year.
Real good size for a 2027. Going to see a big jump here on the field, and we are ready to see exactly how that's going to look this year.
He's going to mash this year. I'm excited.
Charlotte.
Memphis, how is that athleticism that they were talking about translate onto the field?
I know missing last year was hard, but I feel like I make a big impact with hitting. It just translates.
And what are some of the goals that you have set for this season?
So this year we want to make it out of regionals, and this year I also want to, as a myself goal, I want to beat the home run record at Lakeview.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Charlotte. Pick 56 is in.
With the 56th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects corner infielder Tabor Edwards-Benner from Midland.
The Chemic, who's quite versatile. We've seen him in the middle of the infield. We've seen him in the outfield. And this guy can play all over. He can also bowl. And so that's nice as well.
Crazy. That's a good skill to have.
I think so. I don't have it. Do you?
No, I'm horrible.
No.
I'm like the type of guy who needs like the push thing, right? That you get to like little kids. That's me. I'm a bumpers guy.
You go with Daniel.
I'll go with your son.
Yeah.
He'll probably bowl better than me, and he's 3. But going back to Tabor, I think the competitive intensity that he has, being a Mid-Michigan guy, I think it's something that makes him stand out. I think as well as the overall athleticism, to play all around the infield and all around the outfield definitely is a skill to have, and it's definitely a very important skill to have, right? And I think that's what's really going to allow him to succeed, especially going into this year.
He's going to hit, he's going to run, he's going to put those stats up there for Midland, for his team. And really, the hand-eye coordination is going to play well, not only on the baseball field, but in the bowling alley as well.
Charlotte?
Tabor, what does being a competitor mean to you?
Probably being consistent in every way.
And what is the biggest impact you want to have on your team this season?
Especially with a lot of young guys coming onto the team, just leading them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you. Time now for pick number 57.
With the 57th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Dan Samini selects utility Jameer Campbell from Detroit Edison.
Jameer Campbell, the Southern University A&M commit out of DEPSA. Tell us more about him.
No, I think he's next in line to come out of Detroit Edison, right? You see the last handful of years, they've had a great program and, guys, continuing their baseball careers at the next level. But I think the beautiful thing about Jameer is he is an athlete. He's a force on the mound to be reckoned with. He's continuing to get better, bigger, faster, stronger every single day. And he's also going to a Southern program that's pretty freaking good down Baton Rouge. And then I think overall he's a great kid, great athlete, and we're definitely excited to see him in the spring.
Charlotte is with him. Charlotte, take it away.
Jameer, how have you seen yourself grow as a player over the years?
Just getting bigger, stronger, adapting to the feel of the game, the speed of the game, and just taking control in all aspects.
And what type of player do you want people to know you as?
A competitor and somebody that's going to give you his all every time he goes out there, whether it's in the box, on the mound, on the field, and just somebody who's going to do it all for you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right. Thank you, Jameer. Pick number 58 is next. Three more to go.
With the 58th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Brandon Justice selects pitcher Ethan Campbell from Zeeland East.
When you're hot with one Campbell, might as well go to another. And this is Zeeland East, Ethan Campbell, who's also a scratch golfer.
Oh, yeah, I can't say I am.
No.
Good for him. That's awesome.
He is very good in golf, and I will shout out his old man for being the guy who's good at golf as well. But I think I think the beautiful thing about Ethan, he's your 6'4", left-handed arm. He's that true southpaw. And if you watch him throw, kind of looks like a little bit of Madison Bumgarner, where just from the arm slot and the angle at which he throws at. But overall, he's another kid that we're super excited to see his development over the course of the next couple of years, because he is only a 2027, but he's definitely has the frame and the character makeup to really make an impact this year for Zeeland.
He's got 3 outlier pitches that aren't really out of the norm now. The sinker, the sweeper, the splitter, throws them all for strikes, knows how to pitch, which in today's day and age is a big-time asset and going to be a big-time asset for his team as well as Zeeland East.
All right, Charlotte's standing by with Ethan.
Ethan, what do you say your biggest strengths are as a pitcher?
I think pitching's an art, and I think I'm an artist. I control the zone really well, and I can control 7 innings in a game.
What is the biggest progress that you've seen over the years?
Definitely coming from getting faster. I've always had the size, but not quite the athlete, and I've definitely got a lot faster in the last, more explosive in the last few months.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you. 2 more picks remain. Swanee's got pick number 59.
With the 59th pick in the Cold Weather Bat Player Draft, Joe Neal selects middle infielder Trey Etnier from Whiteford High School.
Yeah, Eatner out of Whiteford High School, another 2-way guy. We'll see how Joe Neal defines his selection, but this guy can do it on the mound, and he's done it at the bat. 465 last year at the plate.
Yeah, I think when you look at Trey, I think he's an all-around athlete, right? The guy has a plus arm across the infield, has a plus arm on the mound, and also has 2 older brothers that also played college baseball as well. So definitely comes from good genes and a good bloodline. Definitely a kid who absolutely works his tail off in the weight room, and is also wearing a sweater with a collared shirt tonight.
He is dressed to impress tonight.
He is dressed to impress tonight.
And he's standing by with Charlotte.
Trey, they talked about being an all-around player. How have you really embraced that over the years?
I've embraced it heavily. I think that being an infielder is important, and at the school I go to, we're smaller, so the need to pitch is also there.
What is the biggest thing that you want people to know about you as a player?
I'm just determined. I come from a small school. My brother played Division I, so I want to make my last name that keep it good.
Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Final pick of the 2026 draft happens now. Swanee.
With the 60th pick in the Cold Weather Bats Players Draft, Nick Deonio selects utility Ethan Link from Lansing Catholic.
The missing link to Deponio's team has now been selected. Least and certainly not last. This is an ultra-talented 60th pick, if you ask me. Tell us more about Link.
Absolutely. I mean, I think he's got Zan's vest on as well.
Oh, so now we're seeing
now
it.
we finally get to see the vest. But no, I think the thing about Ethan. Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
No, but the beautiful thing about E is he's advanced from defensive instincts. Oh my God, I can't even talk anymore.
The vest.
Just one more pick is all I got to talk for.
I know.
You can do it, baby.
The high baseball IQ, the projectable frame, right? He's an athlete, right? Covers a lot of ground in the middle of the field. But the defensive instincts is what really kind of make a difference in his game. And I think that's really what's going to be exciting to watch going forward for Lansing.
Charlotte is with Ethan.
Ethan, what are some of your game that you want people to know that they might not know about you?
That I have a good glove and I'm able to look smooth.
What are some of the goals that you have set for yourself this season?
I'm just trying to be more competitive and be a better competitor.
Congrats. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Ethan Link. That concludes our draft for tonight. It's been a ton of fun. We couldn't have done it with all of you. Couldn't have done it without all of you. Stand up. Give yourselves a hand, a round of applause for all the players that have been drafted, all the coaches, the sponsors, everybody for making this event awesome tonight. And it starts with you all. Don't go anywhere. We got a picture to take. We've got a couple extra closing things after we close out the broadcast. Thanks to everybody for making this possible, especially Michael Rubenstein, who made all this possible. Thank you very much. Give it up for Michael Rubenstein, the brains behind this draft tonight. We thank you, sir. Your final remarks.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for the, coming on out. The weather we're having tonight's going to be fun for all of us getting out here.
Where are we staying?
Yeah, we're staying
right here.
Nick, we're staying here. To the players, to the coaches, to the families, we appreciate you all. Don't all leave. We're going to get a quick couple pictures, and then we will hopefully see you all very soon.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks again from HVAC. This is Cold Weather Bats 2026 Draft. Want to thank the Prep for all their hard work and production, led by the executive producer, Jared Clark. My name is Chad Bush. For Griff and for Michael, have a great night, everybody. So long. Thanks for watching.